Welcome, Wildcats. Here we are again, ready to read another great story. This one's called The Gigantic Turnip by Aleksey Tolstoy and Neam Sharkey. But first, let's check. Are you sitting in a comfortable place? I am. I'm in my favorite reading chair. Is it nice and quiet where you are? It's quiet here. Do you have your favorite stuffed animal? I do. Of course, I have my Nigel. Are you ready to read? Me too. All right, let's not waste any more time. Long ago, an old man and an old woman lived together in a crooked old cottage with a large, overgrown garden. Overgrown, meaning that the plants had been growing all summer and the boughs were heavy with fruit, kind of like my bell pepper plant here. Even though it's January, it's still growing. Do you see the fruit on the ends? It's kind of overgrown. Here's the picture. The old man and the old woman kept 6 yellow canaries, 5 white geese, 4 speckled hens, 3 black cats, 2 pot-bellied pigs, and 1 big brown cow. Kind of reminds me of a Christmas song. On a fine March morning, the old woman sat up in bed, sniffed the sweet spring air, and said, "It's time for us to sow the vegetables." So the old woman and the old man went out into the garden. They sowed peas and carrots and potatoes and beans. Last of all, they sowed turnips. Do you think that means that they sewed with a needle and thread? Let's think about that. Does that make sense? No. Let's see if we can figure out what that means. Let's look at the picture. Okay, what do you think it means? You're right. It means they put the seeds in the ground. That's called sowing seeds. It's S-O-W. And sowing like this is S-E-W. There's lots of words like that, like flour and flour. A flour that we pick and give to our mother, or the flour that we use to make tortillas. All right, let's go on. That night, rain fell, pitter-patter, on the garden of the crooked old cottage. The old man and the old woman smiled as they slept. The rain would help the seeds swell and produce fine, juicy vegetables. Spring passed and the summer sun ripened the vegetables. The old man and the old woman harvested their carrots and their potatoes and their peas and their beans and their turnips. At the end of the row, there was just 1 turnip left. It looked very big. In fact, it looked gigantic. Look at it. Kind of looks like a peach underground. But turnips taste more like sort of a potato. That is gigantic, isn't it? On a fine September morning, the old man sat up in bed, sniffed the cool fall air, and he said, "It's time for us to pull up that turnip." And out they went. The old man pulled and heaved, tugged and yanked, but the turnip would not move. The old man went to find the old woman. The old woman wrapped her arms around the old man's waist. Both of them pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked, but still the turnip would not move. So the old woman went to fetch the big brown cow. The old man, the old woman, and the big brown cow pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked, but still the turnip would not move. Oh my gosh, it looks like it's getting bigger in every picture. So the old man mopped his brow and went to fetch the 2 pot-bellied pigs. The old man, the old woman, the big brown cow, and the 2 pot-bellied pigs pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still, the turnip would not move. So the old man and the old woman rolled up her sleeves and his sleeves and went to fetch the 3 black cats. Cats? I don't think they're going to help very much, but they need all the help they can get. The old man, the old woman, the big brown cow, the 2 pot-bellied pigs, and the 3 black cats pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still, the turnip would not move. So one of the cats twitched her tail and went to fetch the 4 speckled hens. The old man, the old woman, the big brown cow, the 2 pot-bellied pigs, the 3 black cats, and the 4 speckled hens pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still, the turnip would not move. So one of the hens shook her feathers and went to fetch the 5 white geese. Oh my gosh. The old man, the old woman, the big brown cow, the 2 pot-bellied pigs, the 3 black cats, the 4 speckled hens, and the 5 white geese pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still, the turnip would not move. So one of the geese craned her neck and went to fetch the 6 yellow canaries. Really? Canaries? Oh well. I guess they really need some help. The old man, the old woman, the big brown cow, the 2 pot-bellied pigs, the 3 black cats, the 4 speckled hens, the 5 white geese, and the 6 yellow canaries pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still, the turnip would not move. What are they going to do? The old man scratched his head. The animals and birds lay on the ground, gasping. The old woman had an idea. What do you think her idea is? Let's think about that. Let's see if you're right. The old woman went into the kitchen and put a piece of cheese by the mouse hole. Soon a hungry little mouse popped its head out of the hole. The old woman caught the mouse and carried it inside. I guess she's going to have to take it outside. The old man, the old woman, the big brown cow, the 2 pot-bellied pigs, the 3 black cats, the 4 speckled hens, the 5 white geese, and the 6 yellow canaries, and now the hungry little mouse pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Pop! The gigantic turnip came flying out of the ground, and everyone fell over. The canaries fell on the mouse. The geese fell on the canaries. The hens fell on the geese. The cats fell on the hens. The pigs fell on the cats. The cow fell on the pigs. The old woman fell on the cow. And the old man fell on the old woman. All of them lay on the ground and laughed and laughed. That night, the old man and the old woman made a huge bowl of turnip stew. Everyone ate as much as they could, and do you know what? The hungry little mouse ate the most of all. The end. I wonder what this story is telling us. It's telling us something about helping, that even a little creature like a mouse can make a big difference. So, that's the end of Wildcat Story Time for today. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as we did. We enjoyed it, didn't we, Nigel? See you next time on Wildcat Story Time.